Hey, brother sewing and crafting family. It's Angela Wolf and
Laura here.
Hey, Laura, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Well, if you've never been here before, we are both brand ambassadors for Brother, and we are here we have a great tutorial for you today. And Brother, thank you for letting us take over your page and say hi, say where you're from, join the club. We've been having so much fun on these Facebook Lives. So this week, the theme Laura and I came up with, refashioning with lace. How cool is that? I love your top, Laura.
I know, I was like, I should have done something like this, but I feel like it would, with your tunic pattern.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? But I actually downloaded your lace, your freestanding lace.
Oh.
But it was like my embroidery machine hoop wasn't large enough, so I was like, oh shoot. So I wouldn't have been able to do it in time, but that's a good one for next time.
That would be great, and that would look good on the Linda tunic. That's right. So today, Laura is going to show us a really cool project, and tomorrow at 1:30, I'm going to show you how to refashion a shirt to add lace up here, which I don't know if I'm wearing red, which is terrible to wear on camera. It's like a flashlight. But I have lace on the top of my tank, and then the one behind me has lace. So there's going to be lace all over. And then on Thursday, I'll show you how to hoop the embroidery and get rolling like that. So Laura, you are first. Now I got to bring your top up here just to show on the bottom.
It looks weird.
It really.
It doesn't look that great like that, but
okay, so go ahead.
Oh, I was saying you just have to see the detail. It's kind of hard to see when it's on that platform, but I'll show you guys when I go over there.
That sounds good. So what is it exactly? Did you do freestanding lace? Are you doing an applique, or what are you doing with the lace today?
Well, I did freestanding lace. I made them with my PE 800 embroidery machine, and I used the water soluble stabilizer, and then I got it wet, and it creates these appliques, right? And so then I used those, and I appliqued those onto the shirt, and then created like a cutout kind of. I know you can do the freestanding lace directly onto the shirt, but I felt like that was a little bit easier.
Oh, I can't wait to see. So everyone, are you ready to see what Laura has going? Because this is going to be a great refashion project and right on trend.
Yeah. All right, I'll head over there.
Okay, I'll see you there. She's headed over to her table. This is a really cute project. And if you haven't, by the way, I put our Instagrams up here because Laura has the coolest pictures and the cutest pictures on Instagram. So be sure to go follow her. All right, let me see. I think she's ready for us. Let's just bring her up here. There you go, Laura.
Hear me well?
Oh, yep, we can hear you.
Okay, good. So basically, it's just a basic t-shirt. It's a little bit thicker. It's a medium weight cotton, which I suggest if you're gonna, you don't want a super thin knit that's gonna bunch up or kind of, it's harder to cut and applique on. And then what I did was I made these little cutouts behind it, as you can see. So
yeah, that's really cute.
And and then it's not just like I sewed it directly on. I did some fun, and even the collars like that. I was gonna do a white one, but white on white, but I decided to do the blue so you could see it a little bit better. So this is just a quick refashion, but I'll show you guys how to do that. And I'm gonna do the sleeve. It's the same technique that I did here and here. And I do have a blog post I can send to Angela that we can post as well. But basically, here is the freestanding lace, and you can use any designs you want. I just used this basic one that I already had on hand, and you know how to do freestanding lace. And then what I did was I placed it right here wherever I wanted to applique it, and then I am using this tearaway tape. It's just easier, and also keep in mind I'm centering it based on this kind of center line right here.
Okay.
And then I just am using this freestanding or this tearaway tape, and you could sew right through it, or you could use masking tape as well. And then I just kind of place it right here. That way You can pin it as well, but I was finding the pins to be kind of like poking me and stuff. So however you want to get it to stay, it's up to you. So I just kind of pin it or tape it in various spots to keep it down. And then I'll move it when I'm sewing, but you can sew through it.
Another thing that I use a lot on my embroidery is medical tape. Sticks really well.
That's smart. I never even thought about that. Like that paper.
I didn't come up with that. Someone else did, but it was the best tip ever.
Yeah, because that is a good tip because this is pretty good, but I do wish it was a little bit stronger. Okay, and now we're just gonna sew it. So let's go to the sewing machine really quick. I'll meet you over there.
I'll see you there. All right, while she's doing that, I just saw somebody mention, yes, by the way, we just have a shorter show. Today will be done like around 4:30 because Cindy Hogan is live on her page today at 4:30. And so I saw somebody mention that. Don't worry, you're going to get to see her too. So, all right, Laura, you ready?
Let me just adjust the light so you guys can see right here.
Definitely. Oh, great to see you too, Patricia. I know, Arnell. Isn't that cute? She always has such fun projects. So she'll add the blog post on here.
Yeah.
Hey, Lysandra, how are you? And yes, you could use spray for that too. All right. So are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Can you guys see good right here? Okay.
We sure can.
There we go. I have to maneuver everything because I have a smaller space. Angela's got this amazing studio.
Just more to clean, Laura. That's all it is.
I know. I thought about that. I was like, I would find crevices to put everything. Okay, so now you're just going to sew. And what I'm going to do is you're going to want to sew around the edge. And that's simple, really. Now, I don't want to stretch. My sleeve is pretty narrow, so I'm not necessarily going to I'm using the free arm just so I have a little bit more space, but I'm not going to pull it over, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, and then I'm also using the end foot so I can see it a little bit better. So that's something you would use with like your decorative stitch, And then get it situated. I'm just sewing with a 2.5. And then you just stitch around it. Now, there were some spots where the freestanding lace kind of came a little bit undone from the location. And then I'll probably do a zigzag stitch on those portions. But yeah, you'll have to, pick the presser, the foot up and then kind of maneuver around it. And then I'll take this off as well.
Your machine is so quiet. I say that every time, but it really is quiet.
Oh, I just love this one. It's quiet, thank goodness, because my house is not quiet, especially right now. My boys are pretty loud. And I was telling Angela, it's just like my husband was going to take them out while I did my live, and it's just so rainy here. We're getting kind of the hurricane from Hurricane Laura.
How do you like that named after you? My goodness.
When my husband's like, just getting on me, I'm like, Hurricane Laura's coming. I think it's funny. But yeah, so we're kind of getting that weather, and it's just been raining nonstop.
It's raining here in Michigan. I can't blame it on the hurricane, though.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of tedious, and I'm kind of sitting angled weird, so it's harder to see. I can zip typically right through them.
Laura, you're on the SE 700, right?
This is the SE 1900.
Or SE 1900, that's what I meant.
So yeah, it's a little bit darker in the studio today just because of the weather. But I got my light out. And then, how you have to pivot. So, if you can pick and I'm making sure I'm not getting underneath right here,
Right.
You can, it's best to use a pattern that's maybe a little bit more rounder edges. I obviously have one that's a little bit, pointy and stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot more maneuvering and kind of picking the presser foot up here and there.
Brenda says she has your machine and loves it. I agree.
I know, another Jan, I don't know if Jan's on today, but she has it too. And she told me about all the different hoop sizes that you can get for the embroidery too. It has a 5 by 7 inch hoop area. So, but you can, do, like, I still have a 5 by 12 inch as well. And then I think you can even get smaller hoops. So these ones I just did, right, both of them together.
Okay.
On the water soluble.
Hi, Marcia. Yes, you could use the free motion technique, and that's what I'm going to be showing later in the week.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if that would be, for me, this is easier because I think free motion is a skill. You know what I mean? And I'm not as skilled in that, so it's easier for me to just kind of do this. But yeah, it's tedious, that's for sure. And thank goodness I only did this side. Could you imagine? Wait, guys, I'm gonna do the collar and the other.
Wait to see how this goes.
Oh,
and I think this is one of the favorite part of our Facebook Lives when we all go on, because we all have such different ways of doing things, or not really that, we all do things very similar, but we all have a different vision for how we want things to turn out. So it just makes everyone so creative.
And you're right. And then we give each other tips like, oh, well, you could have done this. And it's like, why didn't I think of that? Like, that's so much easier.
Did you see, by the way, after your last episode, all of the collars that people were doing with the beads?
Oh, I loved it. I got some Instagram photos from that. It was so fun. I'm glad they worked out. Did anyone have problems with their pearls popping off?
Nobody said that I saw.
Okay, good. All right, so that was a little bit tedious, but yes, I just sewed it around the rim right here. And now we'll just cut that. I was going to do it over there, but I guess I can just do it here. So what I do is I just kind of make sure you don't cut through, just get the t-shirt. Don't know if you hear the little ones.
So Marty, yes, it's freestanding lace that she has on here, just to answer your question. And I think I saw one more on here. Phyllis, yeah, she does not have stabilizer on the shirt because she's going to cut it out on there.
Yeah, and if you needed it for just to sew, that's fine. You could even use a water soluble behind that, or even a tearaway. So as you can see, I'm just cutting this. I'm cutting it just like this because I was going to show you, you can cut around it because it's knit. You might want to sew another layer maybe on the interior, but if it's for me, I don't really mind. Another way you can finish it is you just kind of press these back and then you sew these down. And I have a blog post for that, but for this one, I'm just going to actually cut right around it and you won't be able to see it because I did it on the other one to make sure. So I just cut close to the stitching right here, like that.
Yeah.
Just be careful. I mean, I'm kind of doing it weird because I'm holding it. It's always harder when you're filming because you're always doing it in a different way. You know what I mean?
Oh, Marty's asking about your blouse. Well, when is that freestanding lace on your blouse? Do you know? Did you make it?
No, I didn't make this, but you know what? I think it's just a trim, to be honest.
I remember we talked about that before. I love that blouse. It's so cute.
I remember I sent you the link.
Yep. We're all going to have that top. That's the one I wanted. It's on my bucket list to sew, but I'm going to do it on my Linda tunic.
I think that it would be really cute on your Linda tunic. And I think you do your freestanding lace. That would be so pretty. Okay. So anyways, this is all I'm doing is just cutting it right next to it.
That's so easy.
Yeah. And then what's really cute about it in the end is like if you're wearing it, you have your skin kind of popping out like this,
That is really cute. And how easy is that? You could refashion anything with that. Oh, the collar's gorgeous.
Yeah, I love the collar, and I would try it on for you guys, but you can see it. It's kind of hard to see because.
Nope, we can see it great.
Okay, good.
And I love that blue with the white.
Yeah, I love that indigo blue and white together. So yeah, it's just kind of a little simple, very simple. I mean, like Angela said, you could go crazy. I made a really cool Halloween one. I'll back this up, Angela, so I can see you.
Hi there. No, that is very easy to do. And that could be a great project. I just saw somebody mentioning that their younger daughter or granddaughter wanted to learn how to sew and was asking for suggestions for machines. So if you message me, I can give you some ideas for that. But it really depends on what price range you want. But this project, by the way, if you get an embroidery and sewing machine, you could do something like this, add it to jeans, that would be really cute on a pocket, by the way, on jeans, I think.
Yeah, you could do jeans, you could do the cuffs of cuffs of jeans. I love freestanding lace. There's so many different things that you could do. And I did one which was really cool for Halloween, and it was a spider web. And it was like this, where it was open, but it was a huge spider web. And then
Oh, I remember that one. Yes.
I was going to send that one to you because that's exactly what I did with this for that.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was like a really cool spider web that was like right here. And then I even had the Black Widow, and it was a white shirt. I'll link that for you guys in the thing. Thanks, you guys. I see the comments. You know what's so funny is I never knew the comments right here. It was always like when I would sign in here, it was always on private chat for some reason. I never thought, click over to comment. And
that's so funny.
Here.
No, and that's such an easy project. So those of you that rolled in later, you can share this or save this to your page if you want to watch the replay on this. Very easy to do. And tomorrow, I'm going to show how to hoop some of these things for lace and also how to do a pattern hack like the shirt I'm wearing. So we're breaking it up into 3 shorter lessons. So first of all, today's Tuesday, and Cindy Hogan is back from visiting her dad, and she's going live at 4:30, showing off. I'm not sure what she's working on today. She didn't tell me, but I'm sure it's either going to be the new 10 needle or software or both.
Were you fishing? Did you have a big fishing trip?
That's this weekend. We made the final 4. So we are off for our final tournament of the year. Joanne says you look great in blue, Laura.
Oh, thank you. My son was like, what's your favorite color? And I'm like, blue. That's probably blue.
I love navy. In fact, I almost wore navy. We would have looked like we had uniforms on. So, Hey, there's Cindy. She's going to be working on Canvas Workspace enhancements. Fantastic. In exactly 10 minutes to be exact.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
What if I did all of them? Okay, guys, we're going to go through step 1, 2, 3.
We would be dubbing Cindy in and put you on pause, right?
Well, thank you, then.
A couple more things that I saw a question come up. She used water-soluble stabilizer on that. Did you have any tips for rinsing that out? I have my tips that I'll share tomorrow, but do you have any tips and techniques for that?
So I use paste setter, water-soluble stabilizer, and I double hooped it, and then I do the design, and then I just rinse it out in my sink, and I kind of rub it, rub it all out. And then I get a paper towel and I wrap it in the paper towel. And I live in Georgia, so usually it's so funny. I'll take it outside and let the sun just dry it out. But yeah, usually that's all I do. So I want to hear your tip. That's a good idea.
If I'm doing a big project, I'm trying to see if I have a big project around here. I don't. If I'm doing a big project, sometimes I have to use really hot water because otherwise it'll keep little sparkles in there, which I don't want. And so I'll use super hot water. I'll even wear gloves so I can and I'll rinse, and I'll put a little bit of fabric softener. Well, actually, now I'm in a bowl.
Yeah.
And with the hot water and just stir it because I'll do big pieces of fabric. And that way it can sit there. And I usually leave it overnight and then rinse it out. And then I'm good to go. And then I usually, after that, I will still actually throw it in the washing machine with extra rinse on an extra rinse cycle and then dry it in the dryer. And that way I know when I make it, my garment from then forward can go in the wash and dryer always.
Smart. Those are good tips. I have a question. What is your longest embroidery time for a freestanding lace? Like, you know how sometimes you hit those and you're like, 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
It's like this small.
You know, I think my longest one was 90 minutes.
Oh, I thought it would be longer.
No, I think it was 90, but it was a solid color though, so I didn't have to change colors. And I did it on my one needle. I did it on the luminaire.
Okay.
And then in the past though, the gown that I did for brother, and I think I have it on Instagram. I'll share it today if you guys haven't seen that. That gown took over 100 hours of embroidery.
Wow.
It was all pieced together. So hold on, I'll grab this one. Guess how many hours this one took, Laura? Hold on, I'll go get it.
I'm reading all the comments.
This one here, which I designed for brother a couple years ago, was on the cover. I think it was on the cover. I don't know, remember if it was on the cover of the Luminaire or the Dream, because I've done the covers for them for quite a few years. I think this might have been the Dream, but this is all lace.
Wow. And that's you did it on a mesh fabric right there?
Yep, it's all mesh. And this is the design. It's one design, and this is one design that was built into the machine. So this is tulle fabric that I have here. Actually, I'll bring this on my live show tomorrow because I actually have a piece that's not attached to the garment. So this is all embroidered.
That's so pretty down there with the scallop.
Yeah. And these designs are built into the machine as well. So this took, I don't even remember, but it was a lot of hours. A lot.
Yeah. And a lot of thread.
A lot of thread. Yeah, that's the one thing. So you know what I did on this though, is I actually, when I embroidered this, I attached, as I did it, I attached basting stitches to the tulle fabric. So I had the water soluble stabilizer, the tulle fabric, and I literally made the entire front piece first. And then I did the entire back piece. And then I hand stitched a few of these in place because as you go around curves like darts and stuff, it wasn't going to lay right.
I was going to say that is pretty amazing how you got it right on. You know what I mean? Like I always mess that up sometimes. Like when you're trying to get something, similar, you know what I mean? And it's like, that looks perfect.
And then here's one for you because I wanted to hide how you got into the top. So I'll just make myself big for a sec so you can see this. So this side is finished and this right side is where the hidden zipper is. And I'll just unzip it here for you to see this. It's a hidden zipper. You go up. And then I have this shell right here. Let me just pop off the snap and then I can show you. I put snaps in here to hold this like that. Isn't that cool? So you can actually, because you have to have the zipper go all the way up to your armhole to get in.
Wow.
And then this goes over it. Pretty cool. Sure. One of my favorites. I love lace. So,
I love that.
Well, I love your project. We wanted to do something easy for everyone to start this week off. And that is an easy project. And you saw how you just sew it down. You could also do free motion if that's your thing and cut away the knit. And that's the thing is t-shirts don't fray usually. I'll say usually because every once in a while.
Yeah, you're right. You just got to find the right. This was a good quality one. I could just tell by the feel.
Yeah.
And definitely pre-wash.
Pre-wash?
Mm-hmm. Pre-wash the shirt for sure.
Definitely before you do it.
That's more than 40 minutes. No, not this one.
Yeah.
But no, sometimes I've gotten a design and I'll be like, whoa, that's going to take me 40 minutes. And like Angela said, you hit the button and you can go on with your day. But like if you have 20 designs you have to do, then 20 times 40, that adds up.
It sure does. Well, Laura, that was an awesome tutorial. And I think I'm going to have to try that. And I thank you so much for coming today. I know that you are super busy and kids are around and everything going on and the storm's coming. So by the way, I saw a ton of people in here from Louisiana. Good luck with this. Yes. Oh, goodness gracious. A lot of bad weather flying down there. Oh, hey, Yvette. Hi, Yvette. How are you? I just hung out with her this weekend. I did a class in Illinois at Linda Z's, which was a lot of fun. And Yvette was there. So Yvette wants to know, did you use clear thread, Laura? I can't remember what you said.
Oh, for the bobbin? I just used white. I sure you can use clear, or you can even use the same color, like a similar color. But I used white, and you know what? I didn't notice it. Only on the back side of the white came through a little bit, but not on the front.
Sounds good. I would have used white too because the t-shirt would be the main focus, and you wouldn't even see it through the design.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. I think that's. Oh, Susan says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Susan.
All right. Well, it's almost 4:30. I want to make sure you guys can get over to Cindy Hogan and watch what she's doing. So go to Cynthia's Embroidery. She's also a brand ambassador for Brother. And you know, we always have a lot of fun things for you. So tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be showing some more lace. And then on Thursday at noon. Laura, it is great to see you. And we will look, what project should we do next month? Anybody have any themes for us for refashioning? We'll wait for you guys. You can message us on Instagram and we'll get together and just come up with something really cool because it's going to be fall already.
I know, I can't believe that. So something fall related.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay.
All right, Laura. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Have a good one.